All right. So I know everybody looks at these goldarn ancient sigils from supposedly Solomon's time and stuff, from astral necromancy and things, and they seem to have recurring features, right? The pointed cross or the crosses with that looks like 3 points of the Maltese cross, right? That are three bent-in radials that have 6 points or 7 points or 8 points, depending it. I found out through the intuitive spirit that that was actually a part of witchcraft warfare, where the original sigil would be made, and how we would transfer these is people could pick them up if he had them on him while he's just being around them, and then they would use it, and if they were doing something that he didn't like, he could just turn it off by putting a cross of Saturn on it. It would mute whatever he leased out for use. And some of these things were serious things, like stuff you could build buildings with, like like I was talking, like a heads-up displays where you hit this sigil, you charge it up and do the correct service to initiate it, and you get temporal access to an authoritative mind power and a deity. I can't remember if it's a mind power first, right? You get access to the mind power first, and then you can ask for access for more things based on if you're building a building. Or it's really to create safety and to create, because think about it, his kingdom wasn't a scary kingdom where people were fighting crazy battles. It was in harmony. Everything was actually communicated kind of like how we have the internet. People didn't really need to leave everywhere. He was able to send letters and send instructions and be able to teach from all the way from where he didn't have to go there. You didn't hear about him running everywhere to teach everybody. He sent demons through the sigils, aka spirits or mind power from the celestial realm, attached through a rights, approvals, and appeals, certifications, and authoritative process, right? It's bureaucratic in that way. But since he was a king, authority, there's different levels. He was able to get access to the authority that his writing would do something, right? That thing is through that craft work. He was able to attach celestial intelligences to the shapes that he made because he was consulted by those spirits to make those shapes. Not because, oh, this looks cute, or the geometrics of a star are awesome upside down, the 2 points up, great idea. No, these are specific details given to him through an intuitive spirit. Tells him this is what you need to make to get the ingredients they need to do the thing that they were talking about over there. And it's like an informative process back and forth. They don't get the temporal access was through Solomon. So basically they were appealing to him through sigils to get access to certain things to do certain performances, whether it was buildings, access to information for cartography, whatever it was. There's a thing in that area they are that they have to appeal for access for. And the time before, he was the authorizer, the furnisher, the finisher, the notary, the person where all the stuff went through, and through that process, and through the intelligence passing process, just like an intelligence process today, that's the process back then. And what it was is he would be able to lock a sigil by putting the cross of Saturn on it, or lock a feature off that they didn't need. Like, listen, I heard this was going on over there from this guy, and then I verified it. I'm going to stop this for them, and they're going to have to come back and appeal for it. And I'm going to tell them why I'm not going to give it back to them through the sigil. I'm going to send them an intelligence that says, hey, the exact message I give them. I don't even have to go there, right? I don't have to make a big deal about it or make a performance and show up all, because they were thinking that like Solomon was it's going to take forever for him to show up. Solved. and that spirit, that mind power that gets reflected from, remember, it's an authoritative process down here, goes up there, comes back down. It's like instantaneous. He didn't need to deal with like who's doing the right thing or not. That's a preeminent authority that watches everything, that gets access to everything we're doing. Some of that stuff's true. Some of the stuff in Dogma, the reason why it gets to stay around is there's so much actual information in it, but it's just wrapped and basted and baited in things that are not true, right? Because the powers actually hide themselves. There is some truth to that. They really don't want everybody having access to them. They want people with the right mind power, the right mindset that's looking at how can I take the things that I learn and apply it to shape my reality for not just my benefit, but social benefit and social conscientious things. It got to a point where he was like, this is not working out. And he shut it off. And I'm positive. I mean, I'll know a little something. Shut. The way it was open before has been shut for a long time. We might be going back through it through the rights, appeals, approvals, and authorizations process, through the Templar process, through authorizing and exalting the right powers at the right time. That's what we're talking about. A paradigm shift. A shift of the paradigm, right? Codependent paradigms. They exist. Celestial powers, they exist. Orbs going around us, controlling the things we do, moving around the doodly doodles in there. That exists. Forces that we cannot quantify or see with our eyes, like spectrums of light that go out beyond the visual range, though they exist. Just some thoughts. Later, beloved.